and good morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone, and good morning to you all. Okay, so taking a nice tall seat on your mat, grounding down through the sit bones. And for today's practice, we're going to be getting into the hips. Today's going to be all the hips. So one of the beautiful things about getting into the hips is it actually does help ground us, which is kind of nice to have in the middle of the week. As we also open up our hips, we also help release the lower spine as well. So we're going to be working throughout the entire base first chakra, the root chakra. Grounding ourselves down, strengthening our foundation. And as we ground, everything starts to slow right down. The breath slows down. The mind slows down. And then here, as we're working through the center, through our root chakra, we're looking to release all fear in placement with strength and courage. So taking a moment here within our meditation to inhale courage and strength, and exhale through an open mouth any fear-based thoughts that you may have. Allowing a cleansing breath to sweep through your body intentionally. Descending the sit bones deep into the earth. And then as you inhale, lifting up the entire length of the spine, reaching through the crown of the head. Sliding the arms back, aligning the arms with the trunk of the body. Breathing into our foundation to strengthen our foundation. Beginning to find your intention for today's practice. Slowly beginning to shift the hands into heart's center and Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Placing the lengths of the thumbs over the sternum, connecting to the rhythm of the heartbeat. We will begin today's practice with a sound of Om on your exhalation. Inhaling now. allowing your eyes to flutter open and releasing the hands back towards the knees. Okay, so from here, we're going to take just a few moments to release the spine. So as we're starting to make these big circular motions, getting a lot of movement in through the entire length of the spine, I want you to think about becoming very dynamic in your movement. So allowing your eyes to close, synchronizing your breath with your movement, and seeing how much movement that you can bring as you're making your circular motions all the way around in your Tibetan sequence. As you inhale, grow nice and tall, lengthening through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, you're going to pivot from the hips, lead with the heart into your forward fold. Upon your inhalation, you're going to guide the body all the way up through the right-hand side, ascending. And then as you exhale, you're going to descend over through the left-hand side. You can start to close your eyes here. And we know that on our inhalation, we're using our inhalation to guide the body back upright and our exhalation to descend, making our big circular motions here, bringing a lot of mobility in through the entire length of the spine. And then try to also get into your shoulders, your elbows, and your wrists. Allow a lot of freedom here for movement. Doesn't necessarily matter what you look like at this moment. Just see how much you can get your body to move as you're making these big circular motions all the way around. So when I count down from 3, we're going to switch directions. In 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Changing directions. 4, 5, 4. Getting into the neck as well. 3, 2, and 1. All right, so from here, we're going to take the pads of the feet together in butterfly pose. And these are going to be very wide here. You're going to take the feet into the hands, and then you're going to open up your feet like a book. And as you open up the base of the feet, the spine lifts. Shoulders come back, opening up the chest, reaching through the crown of the head. And then from here, you're going to have a slight pelvic tilt forward as you lead with the heart and continue to shift forward with a nice long spine here. So we're not folding over just yet. The spine is nice and long, and you're shifting forward, leading with the heart as you hinge from the hips, keeping a nice long spine here just for a couple of breaths. Keeping the arms hugged into the trunk for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Inhale, grow nice and tall. Open up with the chest, and then as you exhale, you're going to fold over the legs just like a waterfall and step your hands all the way out. From here, we're going to take 3 deep breaths, and we're going to exhale the breath into the hips. Last breath. And slowly walking the hands back towards you. We're going to open up the right leg all the way out to the side, and we're going to tuck the left heel in. And from here, we're going to take our right hand either over your right leg, on the ground in front of it, or on the ground behind it. Either or is totally fine. You're going to sink your left hip on down to the earth, and you're going to inhale, sweep the left arm all the way up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold all the way over towards the right foot. And then we're going to inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale to fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale to fold and stay for 2 deep breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, rise. Exhale to switch. Left leg out, right heel in. Placing the left hand, sinking the right sit bone down. Inhale to sweep the right arm up. And then exhale to fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Inhale, rise. And then from here, we're going to take the knees in, and we're going to flip over into tabletop position. Toes are tucked under, and we're going to move through the spine here in about 3 cat-cows. Inhale to cat, exhale to cow. Starting now. Inhale, tuck the tailbone under, pull the navel towards the spine, lift the spine up towards the sky. And allow yourself to sigh out on your exhalation as you descend the front of the body towards the earth and the heart opens. All right, 2 more. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Last one. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Perfect. Inhale, taking the spine back to center. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit of mobility in through the hips before we start our sun salutations. So we're going to isolate the movement from just each hip socket here. So the spine stays nice and long. In order to help you keep the spine long, keep the navel pulled in, hugging into the spine. And from here, we're going to move one leg at a time. So from here, we're going to bend the right knee into the chest. And then as you exhale, you're going to sweep it back, and you're going to draw big circles with your right knee, trying to keep your spine nice and straight. Circle back a couple more times, and then we'll switch directions in 3, 2, and 1. Switching directions for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Descending the right knee. Inhale, left knee into the chest. Exhale, sweep back wide, drawing your big circles with the left knee rather, keeping that spine nice and long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Changing directions for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, let's exhale. Heels come all the way back into downward facing dog. Opening up your fingers nice and wide, pressing through all 4 limbs equally. Staying here for about 3 breaths. Pressing through the heels of the palms, the length of the fingers, pushing the mat away from you, descending the shoulders away from the ears, lifting your sit bones up nice and high, and then descending the heels of the feet a little bit closer towards the earth. 1 more breath. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front of the mat. Exhale to hop or step towards the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise, trace the sun on the way up, Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. Moving through 3 rounds of sun salutation A. Inhale, Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Hugging the arms and the navel in as you lower down on empty lungs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Last breath. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale, hop or step towards the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale on your forward fold. Inhale, rise, tracing the sun on the way up, Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hop or step back, plank. Lowering down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Last breath. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Inhale, hop or step towards the front of your mat. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. All right, guys, one more sun salutation A. Inhale, Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hop or step back, plank. Lowering all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So from here, we're going to start opening up the hips right away. So the first one we're going to be doing is lizard pose. So let's take one more deep breath here. Nice strong inhalation through the nostrils, deep exhalation through an open mouth. Inhale, right heel all the way up towards the sky, nice straight leg. Descending the left heel closer towards the earth for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, step feet, right foot forward, descending left knee, untucking the left toes. Sweeping the right arm inward, and then you're going to heel toe the right foot towards the edge of your mat. From here, you're going to flip your toes off your mat at a 45-degree angle. And then from here, you can either, if this is suffice for you to open up your right hip, you can stay exactly where you are, or you can start to soften the elbows, or you can even come down onto your forearms with the palms down. Keeping your neck nice and long as you reach through the crown of the head, and taking some deep breaths into the right hip. Three, 2, and 1. Hands come underneath the shoulders. We're going to heel toe the right foot in. We're going to tuck the left toes under, send the left heel back, step back plank, flowing through vinyasa to switch sides, or child's pose. One breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, left foot all the way up towards the ceiling. Descending the right leg a little bit closer towards the earth for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale to descend the right knee, untuck the right toes. Sweep the left arm inward as you heel toe your left foot towards the edge of your mat. Flipping your toes outward at a 45-degree angle. And we're going to descend in exactly the same way as we did on the other side. So if you came down onto your forearms, you can go ahead and do that right now, with the elbows stacked underneath the shoulders, keeping the neck nice and long as you take your exhalations into the inner left hip. For 3, 2, and 1. Sliding the hands underneath the shoulders, tucking the right toes under, sending the right heel back, step back plank, vinyasa, or child's pose. Excellent. All right, so next one we're going to do is actually one of my favorite things. We do it pretty often. We're going to go into warrior 2, and then we're just going to shift in and out of that to help open up our hips a little bit further. So let's inhale, right foot up to the sky. Take 1 full breath here. On the next inhalation, you're going to step the right foot forward. You're going to flip the left foot so that the edge of the foot is in line with the short edge of the mat. You're going to inhale, windmill the arms all the way up into warrior 2. Your arms are parallel to the earth. And you're going to shift your gaze past the right fingertips. Flip the palms up. Inhale, rise. Every time you exhale to sink, you're going to sink in a little bit lower into that knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Keep it going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying into your warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, you're going to slide the shoulders over your hips. Keep your gaze past the right hand. Steady your gaze, pull the navel back to the spine. Push the feet away from each other and feel this nice lift throughout the entire core of the body. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Windmill the arms all the way down. Step back plank, vinyasa, or child's pose. Awesome. All right, let's take 1 full deep breath in, downward facing dog, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice big, 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 deep breath. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. 1 full breath here. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Pivot the back foot on your exhalation. Inhale, windmill the arms up. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Arms are parallel to the earth. Gaze is past the left hand. Flip the palms. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Sinking a little bit lower each time you go down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sliding the shoulders over the hips, reaching to the back of the room and the front of the room vigorously through the arms, reaching through the crown of the head, navel to spine, pushing the feet away from each other, making sure that the left knee is tracking over the ankle for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Windmill the arms down, step back plank, Vinyasa, or child's pose. Let's take 3 more deep breaths in, downward facing dog. Last breath. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, descend the left knee, untuck the left toes. Draw the inner thighs towards each other, navel to spine. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, take the heels of the palms to the inner crest of the right foot. Tuck the left toes under, send the left heel back, flip the left foot over. Staying here for 1 breath. Inhale to transfer the weight over towards the left side. Exhale, sink. For 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to flip the right foot as we pivot towards the back of the mat. The left arm sweeps on the outer left edge of the left foot. The right knee descends. The right toes untuck. Inhale, draw the inner thighs towards each other, navel to spine, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, heels of the palms come down to the inner crest of the left foot, tucking the right toes under, flipping the right foot over. Beautiful. Excellent. All right. Inhale to transfer the weight. Exhale to descend. Let's keep going back and forth for a couple rounds. Inhale to transfer the weight. Exhale to descend. Inhale and exhale. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's shift all the way back towards the front of the mat. We're going to flip the left toes so that they're facing the front of your mat. You're going to slide your right arm on the outskirts of the right leg, step back plank, Vinyasa, or child's pose. All right, let's take about 3 deep breaths here. Last breath.
Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale, hop or step towards the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise, Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, chair pose, lifting the hands all the way towards the sky, arms alongside the ears, sinking the sit bones all the way back into space. For 5. Press the heels of the feet away from each other, the ankles away rather. 4. 3, keep pushing your feet away from each other into the earth. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, rise. Exhale, step the left foot back. Pivot the right foot in. Hands towards the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, leading from the hips. Pivot from the hips, leading with the heart, rather. Hands towards the earth, right in between the feet. Inhale, flat back. Reaching through the crown of the head. Exhale to forward fold. Last breath. Hands over towards the hips. Soften the knees. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heels in, toes out, at least at a 45-degree angle. Hands towards the heart to center in Anjali Mudra. Inhale, reaching through the crown of the head. Exhale, bending at the knees, descending the sit bones down. So we're going to stay still for the count of 5. And then when I'm done counting down, we're going to start to shift from side to side. 5, 4, press the feet away from each other. 3, 2, and 1. Start to shift from side to side for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide back to center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the knees, sit bones down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down and hold. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to rise. From here, we're going to pivot the left foot in. Take the gaze towards the front of your mat. Exhale, hop towards the front of your mat into Samastitihi. Inhale to trace the sun. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hop or step back, plank. Lowering all the way down, hugging the navel and the arms in, flowing through Vinyasa. Okay, so remember those little hip rotations that we did at the beginning of the class in chair pose? We're going to be doing exactly the same thing in our downward facing dog. So let's bend the right knee. Let's tuck the knee into the chest. And then start drawing big circles with that knee, trying to keep your spine as straight as possible as you isolate the movement from just the hip. In 3, 2, and 1. Change directions. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Descend to the base of the right foot, bending the left knee into the chest, and start to draw your big circles. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's start drawing the circles in the opposite direction for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Descending the base of the left foot. We're going to bend the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale, hop or step towards the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise, Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Step your feet slightly wider than hip width distance apart. Feet are out at a 45-degree angle. So not as wide as they were before. And then we're going to do a couple things before we get into our final squats. So first thing that we're going to get into is one of my favorites, actually. It's the breath of joy. So the breath of joy, it's a two-part thing. It's a breath and movement, like everything else in yoga. But it's a little bit of a different breath. We're going to inhale 3 times, just like you're stuffing your face into a giant bouquet of freshly cut flowers. So big, deep inhalations. And 1 very deep exhalation through an open mouth. We're also going to move as we're breathing. So we're going to inhale, sweep the arms forward. Inhale, sweep the arms to the side. Inhale, sweep the arms forward again. As you exhale, you're going to bend the knees, take the sit bones down, and you're going to toss your arms all the way out behind you. And then as you inhale, you're going to sweep back up again to continue, okay? Starting in 3, 2, 1. Inhale and go. Let's do 3 more. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, sweep back wide, flipping the palms away from each other, opening up your heart towards the sun. Excellent. All right. So from here, we're going to come up and down. We're going to plant our lotus flowers. So in order to do that, we're going to take the lotus mudra. So the heels of the palms are going to touch the outer edges of the pinkies. And I just realized that you can't see what you're doing. The outer edges of your pinky and your thumbs are going to be touching. And then the rest of the fingers are going to be out just like a flower, just like this. Okay? Perfect. So from here, once you get your lotus, you're going to inhale, lift the lotus all the way up towards the sun. On your exhalation, you're going to tuck the petals in. So you're going to tuck the fingers into the palms. And then as you shift the roots all the way down to the ground, your knees bend and your sit bones come towards the earth as you plant and root your lotus down. Then as you inhale, you're going to flip the roots inward, open up your petals, lift your lotus flower all the way up towards the sun. Exhale, tuck the petals in, roots down to the ground. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. 2.
Last round. So we're going to stay down here on the last round. Our hands are going to come into Anjali Mudra per position. Your legs are going to squeeze into the arms. Arms press out into the legs, reaching through the crown of the head, lengthening the spine. For 4, you can close your eyes here if you wish. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, rise. Trace the sun on the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Then we're going to step the feet back in to do one more sun salutation. Inhale, Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hop or step back, plank. Lowering down. Untucking the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Today we're going to do a little bit of a longer cool down to really assist those hips. So we're going to do 10 minutes instead of 5, which is our usual. All right, let's take one deep breath here. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front of your mat. You're going to step the right foot over towards the left foot over towards the right. Take the sit bones down to the earth, and then uncross the legs out in front. Inhale, hands to the sky as you flex your feet, pressing through the heels of the feet, toes tucking in towards you. Scoop the navel in, exhale, forward fold. Okay. Inhale, rise. Bending the knees, planting the feet. Exhale, scoop the belly in and roll the spine all the way back. All the way down. From here, we're going to tuck the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Rolling from side to side, massaging the spine. And then from here, you're going to keep the right knee in, and then you're going to have 2 options. If you would like a slight modification here, you can keep your left knee bent and you can plant the left foot. If you don't want a modification, you can extend the left leg all the way down to the ground. So from here, we're going to do one of 3 things. If you can take Kubera Mudra over your big toe. So Kubera Mudra, you're going to tuck the index finger and the middle finger towards the thumb to make a little space here to hold your toe. You're going to tuck your ring and your pinky in. And then you're going to extend your leg up. So if you can't reach your foot here, you can also take both hands behind the thigh or the calf. Okay? So we're going to move into 3 different directions here. First, we're going to bring the leg closer to us in nose to shin pose, nose to knee pose rather. And then eventually we're going to take the leg across, and then we're going to guide the leg open. So from here,
Let's take a couple of deep breaths. On each exhalation, guiding the right leg closer towards your gaze. Last breath. Perfect. And then from here, if you're holding onto your shin or your calf, you're going to take the left hand on the outskirts of your right leg. You're going to open up your right arm wide. If you're holding onto your toe, you can just transfer the toe over towards the left hand as you guide your leg across the body. So just to clarify, if you cannot reach your toe or your foot, your hand is just going to be on the outer edge of your leg here. You're going to take your gaze past the right shoulder. One more breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, transfer the leg into the right hand, left arm opens. And then you're going to guide the leg wide. Gaze is past the left shoulder. Making sure that your hips are nice and level and square to the earth. Let's take 2 more breaths here. At the base of the last exhalation, you're going to bend the knee, bring both knees into the chest. And then you're going to do exactly the same thing on the opposite side. So if your left knee was bent the whole time, you're going to keep the right knee bent. If it was straight, then you're going to straighten the right leg all the way down to the earth. So starting off with the first position, you're going to guide the base of the left foot all the way up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, you're going to guide the left leg closer to your gaze. One more breath. Guiding the left leg or foot into the right hand, opening up your left arm wide as you guide the left leg across the body. And taking your gaze past the left shoulder. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale through center. Whoop. Transferring the left leg into the left arm. And you're going to open up your right arm wide. And then as you exhale, you're going to take the left leg nice and wide. Taking your gaze past the right shoulder. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back to center. Exhale to bend the knees into the chest. Rolling from side to side. And then as you exhale, guiding your forehead to your knees. As you take your next big deep inhalation, you're going to open up your body and coming to rest in Shavasana, corpse pose. Taking a few deep breaths here. Inhale through the nostrils, exhale through an open mouth to release the full weight of the body to the earth, allowing yourself to sink, melt, and release. Observing all of the sensations throughout the body and the breath.
Slowly bending the knees, planting the feet, extending the right arm behind you as you roll over towards the right side of the body, planting the left hand on the earth in front of the chest. And then as you inhale, pressing through the base of the left palm to rise up into a seated position. From here, we're going to guide the hands towards the base of the belly. You're going to notice the heat of the hands, the warmth of the touch. Breathing into the hands. Remembering your intention for today's practice. Begin to draw the warmth from the hands all the way into the navel with every inhalation. With every exhalation, spreading the heat from the hands, from the navel, all the way throughout the entire body. Let's do that for 3 breaths. Inhale, heat from the hands into the navel. Exhale from the navel towards every single cell throughout the entire body. 2 more breaths. Guiding the hands towards heart center in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Hands in front of the heart, lengths of the thumbs over the sternum. Let us inhale to Om to finish today's practice. Inhaling now. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Peace, peace, peace. May every single cell of your entire being be filled with love, light, abundance, bliss, freedom, and optimal health. May all beings be happy, be happy, be happy. Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Rise and shine. I hope that you guys all enjoyed your practice this morning. Enjoy this beautiful, nice, bright, sunshiny day. And I hope that you guys all have a fantastic rest of the week. Keep in mind that this class does happen every single morning at 7 a.m., nice and sharp. And then for the next class today that we have at 10:30 a.m. is going to be the Hatha level 1-2 practice. So we're also going to be focusing on the hips again for that. So if you've ever done a Hatha class before, it is a little bit more slow paced. There are no vinyasas throughout a Hatha practice unless sun salutations are called for. So that practice tends to be a bit more therapeutic in the beginning and at the end. And we're also going to get into a little bit more strengthening. So we're going to revisit those squats, and we're probably going to end up revisiting that breath of joy. But we're going to take a little bit more time getting into the hips and releasing the lower spine at the beginning of the class. And we're also going to see some yin postures near the end of it as well. So if that is your shtick and you want to keep moving around through the hips and the lower spine, join me at 10:30. And if not, I hope you guys all have a safe and fun day.
Bye for now.